I have to say it's going to be quite a hard job to follow that first introductory session. I think there were amazingly inspiring words and really, really solid direction and commitment, both from our Scottish hosts and also from the European Commission. So I'd like to thank them for that. My name is Wills Hughes-Wilson. I'm part of the management team of a small Swedish biotech company, and we specialize in treatments for orphan drugs and rare diseases. I'm actually here, though, this morning as part of the program committee for this conference and one of the 3 program co-chairs. I'm here to introduce the conference. I've been given the task to set the scene, and I'm also going to have the privilege to introduce some really amazing speakers who are really going to thought-provoke to us, who are going to share some thoughts, particularly from the youth panel. So first of all, I'd like to thank the organizers for inviting me to this role. It's a huge privilege and a huge honor. But I'd also like to thank the people that invited me to join the rare disease sector. It was about 12 years ago now. Many of the people are here in the room who invited me to do that. And the rare disease sector is something that has motivated me, moved me, and inspired me every week since that time. And I'd actually like us to start this conference feeling inspired, because I'm assuming that you're all here in this room because you feel a similar passion, motivation, drive, and hopefully an inspiration to do something. So I would like to start off this 2 days by asking you to imagine your dream and think about why you personally are here. What is it that you hope to achieve? What is it that you want for your organization, for yourself maybe? And to think about maybe how you can advance that wish in the next couple of days with 749 other people who are all here for the same reason. And I'd really like to say, let's use this time together, because we're at a pivotal moment in the rare disease space. And I hope the speakers this morning showed you that without any doubt. I have no doubt that we're at a pivotal moment. We're called here for these 2 days to be game changers. Now, we did actually struggle a bit in the program committee with game changer, so I went to look it up, and it means something in business like a plan or a strategy that changes the direction of a business or a company radically. But it can also be a noun that can be applied to an individual, to a person. An individual can be a game changer. And it's that I'd like to concentrate on. I'd like to concentrate on all of us being 750 game changers here in the room. It's a pivotal moment in our field, and we've really come a long way. And I look back 15 years since the first conference in Copenhagen, another city in the north, another city just as beautiful as Edinburgh. We had just 200 participants, and we were just 1 year into the orphan drug regulation here in Europe. And a lot has changed since then. Science has changed. And we're going to hear about things today and tomorrow that we didn't even think were possible, or they were just the glint in someone's eye. Technologies to connect us, to combine us, to create communities. They didn't exist 15 years ago, and they exist now, and we're using them, you're using them, to build communities. So it's no longer isolating. You're no longer alone in the world. Transatlantic cooperation has flourished beyond 1 or 2 determined, devoted individuals committed to work together. Transatlantic cooperation is real. And indeed, I would argue it's gone so much further because it's international now. We've got representatives from ECRD. We've got people who are going to talk about ERDIC, International Research in Rare Diseases. We've got Rare Disease International. We've got a committee focusing on rare diseases at the United Nations. We've really come a long way in international collaboration. But also, we've come a long way in Europe. So we're not just and no disrespect to our North American colleagues, we're not just following you. 15 years ago, the US led and Europe followed. But when we look at something really important and new, Rare Disease Day, one day every year where we talk about rare diseases, we think about rare diseases across the globe, and that was initiated here in Europe. European patients as game changers, leading the way. And other things are different since 15 years ago. There's increasing awareness of rare diseases. We saw that earlier. There are national plans. There's increasing awareness of what rare diseases need in our healthcare systems. And many of the initiatives are being inspired and led by clinicians, academics, and patients. And a lot of this has changed in the past 15 years. But there are a lot of things that are not new. There are a lot of things that are just the same. Patients are still the same. Families are still the same. And caregivers are the same. We're all the same, I hope. I hope we still all share the passion, the drive, the commitment that we had 15 years ago to make a difference. So we have come a long way, and there's still a long way to go. And it's still going to take an incredible amount of that drive, the passion, the commitment that got us to where we are today to get us to the next place we need to go. And that's what we're here to do. So why are we coming together to do that, was the second thought that I had. And the reason is that we're going to need to collaborate, or continue to collaborate. And that's why we're here together, as individuals, but as individuals coming together. Because collaboration is not just a word in the rare disease space. Everyone can say collaboration, but I can tell you it's real. It's been the hallmark of the rare disease space since the beginning. I'm sure you all believe that. I'm sure you all feel it. When you think about the initiatives that you've built over the past years, and you think about it, you almost certainly did that with a group of other like-minded, passionate, committed people. Probably many of them are here in this room. Collaboration. The first inklings of the European regulation came about because of collaboration. EURORDIS and NORD collaborating, working together. From the beginning, regulators here in Europe reached out. I can't see Jordi because of the lights, but I know he's here. And the COMP working group with interested parties, when he brought us all together in the room, and we thought about what guidelines might look like, and we thought what would be helpful, and the regulators, they reached out to all of us in the community and asked us to contribute. Patients have been working across borders, academics have been working across borders. Even companies have got together to form working groups to think about orphan drug policy and what's important to stimulate our industry to think about more drugs, more research, and more availability. Where are we going now with this collaborative? New things happening. Member states working together. HTA authorities working together in the more sharp end of where industry focuses a lot of its attention. Payers are working together. And this collaborative thinking is also coming to a new paradigm, a game-changing way of thinking about putting ideas together collaboratively. And I can tell you that 15 years ago, I never thought that I would read an article by the regulators thinking about how they could influence the affordability and the accessibility of treatments for rare diseases and treatments in general. That's a paradigm-shifting collaboration of ideas. And that's what we're also seeking here. So here we are. We're called upon to be game changers, to think like game changers, and actually to be that change, that new paradigm that we're hoping to find, to create together. And we're going to do that as individuals, as people with drive, and passion. And I hope for the next 2 days, individuals with drive and passion who desperately want to work together, who want to seek out that collaboration to make whatever it is that you're seeking for yourself or your organization happen, become real, or at the very least take a step on the pathway to making that become real. I'd like to thank you so much for the honor of allowing me to be part of it over the past 12 years and also today. I wish you all, us all, productive, enjoyable, and most of all, collaborative times together. Thank you very much.